Hello traders, today in this video we'll be doing our weekly market analysis on the pairs such as Euro US dollar, GBP USD, gold and Bitcoin. Now we'll be doing this analysis for the week from 3rd May 2021 towards 7th May 2021. Now on the Euro US dollar chart on a daily time frame, you can see that Euro US dollar just recently broke out of this uptrend line that we drew on a shorter time frame on our last week's market analysis, and also retested this zone and made a breakout of this trend with a huge bearish momentum over here. So I'm just gonna play a clip from our last week's market analysis to show you guys how we predicted this move. Now we're expecting that Euro US dollar might make some pullback around here or here, then retest this zone over here, or it can even retest right now at this zone right over here. So as you can see, as we talked about in the last week's market analysis, Euro US dollar has been following this uptrend for quite some time right now, and we were talking about how Euro US dollar might be retesting this trend line, this zone, and then break out of this trend line with some huge bearish momentum. And that's what Euro US dollar did. It broke out of this trend line. Now what we can do is we can go to a shorter time frame, like a 4-hour time frame, and we can draw some zone. Okay, the zones are already there. You see there's one zone and there's another zone. So what we can do is we can wait for Euro US dollar to probably make some pullback towards this zone or even this zone over here. Let me draw the zone for you guys. So it's in the 4-hour time frame. So Euro US dollar might make some pullback towards this zone or even this zone over here, and after that, or might even make a pullbacks over here, and after that it might go down with more bearish momentum, probably breaking out of this zone over here. So the safe entry for you guys would be to wait for Euro US dollar to break out of this zone, and then you can take an entry on the break of this zone over here, or you can probably look for a pullback towards this zone or this zone if Euro US dollar does pull back towards this zone. Then if your US dollar makes a pullback towards this zone or even this zone, then you can enter the trade short, probably setting your stop loss over here and your TP over towards this zone. Or if you want to play it safe, then you should probably wait for Euro US dollar to come to this zone, form some sort of structure like a support and resistance zone over here on a small time frame, and then you can take an entry on the break and close below that structure on the short side. So that would also be the continuation of the newly forming downtrend line on a daily time frame that we drew by connecting this point and these retest points and these retest points over here. So that's it, my analysis for Euro US dollar. Let's go towards GBP USD. So on GBP USD chart, we can see the same thing. GBP USD made a retest over here at this zone, and also there was the retest on this newly forming downtrend line. We connected this trend line on our last week's market analysis, and we were talking about how GBP USD might be retesting this trend line over here, probably retesting this zone again, or making a retest points on this trend line, and then go down with huge bearish momentum. And we're gonna play a clip again from our last week's market analysis to show you guys how we predicted that move. So what we're expecting is that GBP USD might be making a second retest point on this newly forming downtrend line, and may continue to move downwards by breaking this zone over here. So as you saw in the video, we predicted that move, and that's what GBP USD did. It made some pullback and retested this trend line over here, and then gained huge bearish momentum, probably almost breaking this zone below right here. So what you can do right now is you can go to a shorter time frame again on a 4-hour time frame. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so you can look for GBP USD to gain momentum and probably breaking and closing below this zone over here that you see that we drew right here. Okay, you can probably set it up towards this right now, since it's going out in this way. So you can wait for GBP USD to probably actually break out of this key zone over here with bearish momentum, and then you can enter short when GBP USD breaks and close below this zone over here. And so that's my analysis on GBP USD. We're gonna wait at this zone to probably let GBP USD to make some pullback towards this zone over here. Like, let me draw it for you guys. This is just some pullback that GBPUSD might make. It may be even higher than that, no one knows for sure. But if GBPUSD makes a pullback towards this zone or forms a bit of a support and resistance structure over here like this way, or consolidates here a little bit more, then we'll be waiting for GBPUSD to break out of that structure and also this zone with bearish momentum, and then we can take an entry on the short side, and probably we'll be setting our TP towards this zone over here. So that's my analysis on GBPUSD. We'll go towards gold right now, but before we do that, just an announcement that we do live trading every day on London and New York session. So if you guys want to trade with us live, then make sure to subscribe and stay tuned with us, and we'll be providing a Zoom link to that video description so you can join with us live while we're live trading on a video call. So again, let's on the gold chart, we can see on a daily time frame. On our last week's market analysis, we were talking about how gold formed this support and resistance zone over here, and is kind of consolidating between these both zones. Now nothing really specific really happened. Gold is still in that consolidation phase yet, didn't really make a move downward or upside like that. It won't be considered as a proper move since the gold on the end of the day closed above this zone right here. So we'll still hold on gold, but our analysis is still the same. So we'll wait to see if which way the gold breaks out of, whether it's in this zone or in this zone. If gold breaks out of this zone, then we'll be waiting at this zone or at the retest of this trend line, and also this key zone that you see over here. We'll be waiting at this key zone and also on the trend line for gold to retest this zone over here, and then form some sort of a structure and break out of this zone with bullish momentum. That's when we can take some short entry in hopes of gold moving towards this zone, or there's plenty of zone over here. Or if gold doesn't break out down and then continues moving up by breaking out of this zone, then we'll take a long entry in hopes of gold reaching towards this zone or this zone. Since we are watching at this a chart on a daily time frame, so this move might seem small, but if you go towards a 4-hour time frame, then you can see how big of a move that might be. So let's go towards Bitcoin right now. Okay, so on the Bitcoin chart, we can see that Bitcoin from our last week's market analysis, how we were talking about Bitcoin. We were talking about that Bitcoin might be retesting this zone over here after breaking out of this zone and then retesting this zone. That we also talked about in our 2 weeks previous analysis. Yeah, like that Bitcoin after retesting this zone might come to retest this zone or this zone. But then again, Bitcoin right now didn't make a retest over this zone. Like as we talked about, Bitcoin found support over here on this zone, right on this level right here. Let me draw it for you guys. So Bitcoin found support over here at this zone or level, and then continued its again bullish momentum and continues moving up with by following an uptrend like here. We drew this uptrend on a shorter time frame, like a 4-hour time frame. Okay, let me go to a daily time frame. Seems better. So what we can do is there's another zone over here. So if Bitcoin is currently retesting this uptrend line over here, so my analysis is that Bitcoin after retesting this trend line might retest this zone over here, or even a little bit higher towards this level right here, as you can see. So Bitcoin might retest this zone or this level over here, then continue moving down, probably forming a new downtrend line. If Bitcoin does retest this zone and then continues moving downward by breaking even this trend line, then Bitcoin might be forming a new downtrend line, something like this. All right, but if that is just an analysis, but if Bitcoin doesn't retest this level or this zone and then break out of this trend line and then continues to move even further up by breaking this level over here, then Bitcoin might be again on its way up, probably moving up as it has been moving up for quite some time right now. As you can see here, it might be the continuation of its of its long-term uptrend if Bitcoin break out of this level or this zone over here. So that's my analysis for Bitcoin. So what you can do is you can wait to see if Bitcoin so what you can do is you can wait to see if Bitcoin breaks out of this trend line or not, but do not enter short just because Bitcoin broke out of the trend line. Wait at the key zones, like right over here. Wait at the key zones for Bitcoin to break and close below of. If Bitcoin breaks out of this trend line over here after retesting this zone or this level over here, then wait at this zone for Bitcoin to finally break and close below this zone, and that's when you can like take a short entry on the short side, probably setting your stop loss above here in hopes of Bitcoin reaching towards this zone or this zone. So always combine price actions, key zones with trend lines to confirm your entries on whichever pair that you're trading on. So that's my analysis on these pairs here that you saw. Now if you want to know about my analysis on GBPUSD, JPY Euro, JPY and US30 USD, then you'll see a link on the video end screen, on this video's end screen, which will direct you to that. So that's it for today's video, guys, and if you found any value in this video, then please make sure to like the video and also subscribe to our channel. We do live trading every day on London and New York sessions. If you want to trade with us live, then subscribe to our channel and also stay tuned.